I mean, I guess the tale of two halves. I mean, we obviously came out of the locker room not well. They threw that first punch early in the third quarter. We didn't respond to it. We didn't shoot the ball well again at home, which is a little disappointing. But I thought Iona came out in the third quarter and really took it to us, and I just, we just didn't respond the way we needed to that first run.
Coach, I kind of just wanted to go in order to start with that first half. Iona, obviously one of the best teams in the MAC, and you're kind of going toe to toe with them and at halftime you're only down 4.
Yep.
What did you like in that first half? What was going right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought besides Major getting those threes off in the first quarter, I liked our defense. I liked what we were doing. I thought we had some good reads, some good opportunities for steals where we thought we could. I thought our switching was good. I thought we did a good job on Atheist in the first half. I liked a lot of stuff we were doing. It's just unfortunate it didn't carry over.
And it's not like Iona was even bad in that first half. They were making their shots, they were getting their looks, and you were still right there with them.
No, it was a great first half.
Is it at least nice for you to see that you can play up to that level come conference play time or tournament time?
I know what you mean by that question, but no, because playing one good half isn't enough.
Right.
Not at this level. It's not enough to feel good about playing a good half against a good team. You know what I mean? We believe we're a good team, and we just got to find a way to put two halves together. And we've got to respond to. We've got to just respond to runs better. When we give up a run, we just got to find that. We got to find that second gear, that response a little bit better.
Was the energy different maybe coming out of halftime?
Well, it was clearly different, but I don't know. We need to get it back. I mean, like I said, it was that first initial run they had in that third quarter, and we needed to find that next level. You know what I mean? We needed to find that little bit of a push, and for whatever reason, we didn't find that tonight.
There's some kind of, it's not just the general thing there, because you're not the only ones, but there seems a lot of games, I got to go through all these scores that, like even in the Big Ten somewhere, you sort of see, like a game tonight, it's there, and then all of a sudden, bang, it's over in the fourth quarter. Yeah,
I mean, I wish I had an answer for you, Mel. I think, it's mindset. I mean, it's a 40-minute game, you know what I mean? And it's you can't, at this level, and particularly in the MAC, because it's such a great conference, and so evenly matched and just dogfights every night, you've got to be in a situation where you can play 40 minutes, but you got to know that there's going to be times that you're going to be challenged. There's going to be times that you're going to bend, and the great teams don't break. And I think that there's a lot of good teams in our conference that are capable of making runs like that because of who they have on the floor. I want us to respond better when we get that run. I want us to respond better, and we're not quite there yet.
I mean, you're not the only ones here. Look at some of the Quinnipiac that was supposed to be like their old style UConn this year loses to Niagara tonight. Niagara.
Yeah, everybody. That's what I'm saying. Our conference it's everybody's better, and everybody's capable of beating anybody on any given night. And it's you got to come ready to play. And we're ready to play every night. We're ready to play every day. We just got to find a way to string 40 minutes together. You know what I mean? And we've got to respond to runs better. That's a big piece we're missing.
Coach, 2 games ago you had that game against Siena where nothing was going in. You said you had a lid on the basket, and then you bounce back against St. Peter's, and then you fall into a slump again today. How do you? I'm sure you've seen it thousands and thousands of times. Teams falling into a slump. How do you get that lid off the basket?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a slump, not Jake. I think it's just inconsistency. Because I don't think we're as bad as shooters as some of the shots we took tonight. We shot over 60% against St. Pete's. Are you going to shoot 60% every night? No. So somewhere probably in the middle is who we are. And we need to find that spot, and we need to be consistent with it. You can't shoot 60% one game and then go all the way down to 30% the next game. Like that's an inconsistency. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a slump, like I said, but it's definitely an inconsistency that we've got to do a better job of.
I guess the one thing out of all this, again, looking at the league, is that in some other years you start like this, it's over before it starts. You still got a chance to find it and get somewhere.
Oh yeah, and we will. And we will. There's no question about it. There's a lot of games left to play, and we're not far off. I know, sometimes people think I'm crazy when I say that. We're not far off. We're just 1 or 2 defensive stops from keeping our offensive momentum going. So that's where we're at.
When you look at it, and you had that on Saturday, that 23-0 run on the positive, today coming out a 17-0 run the other way.
Yeah.
Is this a team that is just going to be that streaky all year that you expect to see that, or do you think that this is a team that should be playing a different style of basketball?
Well, no, I do not want to be a streaky team where we, can be on either side of those runs. I don't want to do that. I want us to be a more consistent team on both ends of the floor, and when someone's going on a run with you, the only way to stop a run is to get a big stop. But I think a lot of young people think the way you stop a run is, well, we got to score. Well, you got to stop a run by getting a stop. You know what I mean? And I think we try to score to stop a run when I think we need to get a stop to stop a run. And that's hard to do. It's hard to do. But I think that's what we have to do.
So, Amanda, first I wanted to ask you about Iona having that big third quarter. You call that timeout. I believe a little over halfway through the quarter, they're on a 21-5 run. What are you saying to the team at that point?
We just talked about every time we just need to be able to bounce back when people do get a bucket or 2 in a row. We have to be able to bounce back and play better than we just did.
What sort of happened in that third quarter? Were they doing anything to trip you up, or was it an execution problem on your end?
I think we just came out of halftime with no energy. Like, we just weren't ready to play like we did in the first half, and that was pretty much it. We just need to be able to come out both halves with the same energy.
Why do you think that was, if you have an answer?
I do not know. I'm sorry.
Jessica, I guess Amanda kind of answered the question. Did you kind of feel that sense of urgency that Iona had coming out of the half? Did you feel the difference in the energy, I guess?
I mean, yeah, we felt it because they scored right away and we didn't have the answer to stop them. So there was definitely a difference, but that's where we have to work on, just not letting them do whatever they want to do.
And in terms of off shooting nights, I was curious, as someone who is a great shooter, how much of it is a sort of mental confidence thing? Because you go up against a team, against St. Peter's, that is, going in that they're sort of towards the bottom of the MAC, and the whole team has this crazy performance, and then Iona, you kind of know going in that they're a great defensive team, they're at the top of the MAC. Does that affect your shooting at all, the whole team?
I mean, we also talked about it in the locker room. We have great nights when we find our flow and get the next pass and then just find the perfect shot. And there are games like this one where we just don't get that shot because we get a rush shot before, and it's more that rather than we play against this team or we play against this team, because in the MAC we can win or lose to any team.
Thank you.
Jess, for you, I guess just going through these shooting days where, as a team, obviously, it brings sort of everyone down. Do you think there is something about seeing, even if it's not you that's making a basket, someone else making a basket that sort of, breaks that tension for everyone?
Yeah, definitely. I would say so. If we find a flow, I feel like we can feed off each other pretty well. And yeah, I think that does help. Yeah.
And then Amanda, I guess, obviously you're trying to set up everyone in the spots where they're going to be most effective. On a night where the shooting is off, is there a way you can try to change up your game to sort of help maybe get an easier shot or two?
Me get a shot?
No, I'm saying we can try and maybe call something to get someone else an easier shot to sort of, like you said, get into that flow.
I think we definitely try that. Obviously, if someone's not having a great night or somebody else is having a good night, we definitely look to go to that person. Like, we have play calls that are meant for certain people to get certain looks, and I think if nobody's getting that, it's hard for us to get in that flow. We just got to be able to do that.
And then, tonight, it seemed like Maya was someone who really came off the bench and played a lot more minutes than normal. There were a couple 4-guard lineups that we saw tonight. Is that something that you think we can expect to see moving forward, or is that just something that maybe you were trying tonight just because of the opponent?
Definitely something we'll probably keep seeing just because there are a couple teams that play more like 4 guards, or they have a big that is kind of like a guard, and I think it's definitely something we got to keep working on. Something we'll probably keep seeing. We just got to make sure we got that flow and can play the same way we do if we have 2 bigs in with 4 guards.
One more, Amanda. I was just talking to Coach. She said that at the beginning of that third quarter, Iona threw the first punch in. You weren't really able to respond, and it kind of snowballed from there. As a leader on the team, how do you go about instilling that fight, that sort of second gear in the team?
Oh, that's definitely something we're working on. We have to be able to just change our mindset right there. Obviously, it's going to happen to anybody. A couple baskets in a row, or the other team is going on a run. Obviously, that's going to get in people's head. Regardless of who the team is, we just have to be able to snap out of that faster than we do, or just be able to snap out of it at all, and just ignore what's going on with the other team and focus on what we're doing, and not let, again, their scoring or anything dictate how we play.